All right, so what we got today. This is my son's E-Trike, and again, sorry for the wind. I haven't had to use my mic in a while, so it's dead, so I have it charging. But this is E-Trike, and he was just riding along, visualizing success, heard a pop, and ate the ground. This is a fork, goes in here, the handlebars go on it and all that. And as you can tell, it broke. And it's not the first time it broke. And I tried to do the best I could to fix it. It didn't work. So, how we're gonna fix it? Got this big old bolt here. And it fits. So we're gonna pick up the trash that just blew off. We're gonna take all this off of it, take this off, get the old piece out of there, and I'll show you from there. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna get my grinder. We're gonna grind this bevel off. With a weld, sorry. Because if you look inside, see that lip? That's where it originally broke at. And these two holes, because we tried to fix it before just by sticking it back together, put a bolt in there, which is actually going to work out quite well, because this top one I'm going to weld solid again. That'll weld it in there. So what the plan is, get this piece out. I'm going to cut the head off this bolt. It will slide up through here. So it won't now, but it'll slide through here, which is the pipe that goes in there. So, cut the head off the bolt and probably put some JB weld on here. I'll explain it here in a little bit. We're actually going to put it on the inside here, but up a little ways that way. After this thing is stuck in there, and yes, I did think about leaving the nut on there, but I think it'd be a better weld if I didn't. But anyways, the JB weld will be on the top side, so the bottom side won't have any on there. Thinking about JB welding in here, and the regular weld, this right here, will be sticking through the bottom. That'll be straightened out. I would cut that off, but I really don't think I'm gonna have the extra coming out of there. We'll see. I may piece it together like this and slide it through the forks and see if I have enough sticking out the top here. Because if so, then I will cut that bad piece off. But if not, we'll just straighten it out. But anyways, we get that all in there, welded, and then we should be able to get it back together. Probably gonna have to move this to the backyard. I don't think I want to run my grinder up here. Not that I have any problem running my grinder up here. It's more of the don't have the plugins for it. But so we got everything cut. Let this cool just for a minute. It's still pretty hot. And if you obviously it didn't take very long on the fast mode, but yeah, it took a little while to cut that because I'm scared of the grinder. I don't like cutting blades at all. But anyways, this one's still just a little oblong. See, so it's going to be a little bit of work to get that in there down here at the bottom, but I believe we'll be all right. I believe I'll be able to get it in there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some JB weld and smear it on the end of this bolt. We'll drive it up in there. I would drive it down through this way, but a handlebar's going up here, so I don't want to I don't want to take that spot from them, because they have to go in there, and if it's got any kind of crud in there, I'd have to try to figure out how to get it out. So we'll look at this for a second, let it cool, and I'll bring y'all back when we start doing everything. And there's what it looks like when it's in there. Now, I don't know, and I want to make sure I say that. First of all, make sure you guys don't mess up this right here if you ever have to do this in yours. Because if you screw this up, then these forks are useless. There's no telling if the EWheels actually do anything for us. It's just like four-wheel drive to me. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I'm going to wipe this down really good to get all that off of it, and we'll put it back over here, then we'll start doing the welding. Saying grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't does not apply to me, because it'll hold, but she ugly. But I could have ground it down and made it look a lot better than I did, and don't zoom in on that, but I don't have a small enough grinding disc to do it, and every time that it would stick, I would just weld down here at the bottom because it's thick. You know, I'm not going to burn through the bolt, so end up putting a whole bunch of weld at the bottom. Didn't need. But you know what, the ending product is right here. Once you get the fender on there and everything, nobody will notice. So, and if they do, who cares? I'm not the one riding it. That's a joke. Well, I'm really not riding it, but let this dry really good, and we'll start putting it together. All right, time to reassemble. And you're seeing BBs over there. That's right, because we lost a bearing, and like I have no idea. We went to where the accident happened, where it all came apart. Can't find it, so it is what it is. We're gonna try to get this to work. And again, I am trying to get new forks for it. I'm doing the best I can. The people that actually manufacture this thing, they won't answer emails, they won't answer phone calls. The place I took this thing to get it looked at before this broke said getting parts for it is a nightmare. So, you know, it is what it is. If I can get this thing to last a lot longer, then we're gonna do it. So let's go ahead and get this put back together. Well, I can tell y'all right now that it is not gonna last. Exactly what I was afraid of. We had to trim that end off, and it's just not quite long enough. I mean, I got about 5, 6, probably 8 turns. Now they're fine thread, so that's actually quite a bit. And I put red Loctite on there so it won't come off, but I can tell you right now it's not gonna last. I'm gonna keep doing what I can to try to get a front fork for it. The last time I talked to the place I took it in to get it looked at, said they needed the serial number off of it so they can, or to see if they can actually get the part for it, because I can't get the manufacturer to contact me. But I have no idea where it is. If you guys saw in the video where I took the battery box off, I took it off to see if I could find it. I have no idea. The only thing I could think of is possibly behind that plate right there, but even then I don't know. So I'll contact them because I don't want to keep pulling everything apart on this thing. And we'll go from there. But either way, that's it for this video. He's gonna go check the mail in it. If he makes it back, I call it success. Well, here he comes. He's braver than me because I don't know if that thing's gonna hold, and he's wide open. Still turning fine? Well, maybe it'll work for now. Again, we're gonna get a new fork for it, but we're just having so much problems. I don't recommend buying one of these. This one's been a decent scooter, but we just can't get parts for it.